Hey, welcome to Shareio version 2, a complete overhaul of the existing product. When you first start Shareio, you have two options. We can initialize a new identity or restore existing one. Effectively what this is we don't use usernames, passwords, or anything like that. They're not quantum secure. We generate a 256-bit unique key that is saved to your key file. You can store that wherever you want, and you can restore that at any time. So clicking this button here allows you to back that up and make sure you keep it safe. But this example is just an example. I can just cut straight through it, and that brings us straight to the encryption part of Shareio version 2, which I'll discuss next. Okay, the first part of Shareio version 2 is the ability to encrypt files, typically content. If you can see this long list here that we support, from books, comics, 3D models, splats, videos, audio, documents, EPUB, a wide array of file types. Why this is so different is we encrypt the content to a new format called SHR, which is AES-256 encrypted. We use encrypted curve cryptography, so we have zero knowledge of the key or the location of where that file is. Typically, creator content providers or content security providers just basically upload your content and hide the URL where it is, either some form of obfuscation or some form of proxy. We don't care if you have the access, because that file is encrypted with military-grade encryption, which just takes it to that next level. So what we do, we choose a file. I've got some sample ones here we can use. I've got a photo just because it's very quick. I'll show you the list of all providers we've tested with, but for this example, Google Drive, Dropbox, we'll use Google Drive. And what's going to happen is this is going to start the encryption and allow me to save it to a file on my Google Drive. Okay, off this goes. And what happens is we have a utility that's checking Google Drive for that new file. It's got the file, updated the permissions of the share, and we've just given you to help speed things up with foot and the price and some DRM settings. We'll then go through the link settings next. Okay, so we've encrypted the file. As you can see, the image, the photo I did earlier, is now sitting in the links tab. This is our links management that controls all the files that are protected. As you can see, it says pending because we need to confirm the settings before we approve them. I'll just quickly go through them. It shows it's being stored on Google Drive. You can specify different cloud providers. Dropbox and Google Drive are limited to 20 meg because if it's something bigger, you're probably better off using cores, and we support cores. Those settings pop up if you select one of those, and that effectively allows the cloud provider to stream that content directly to the viewer, so it's much faster. It doesn't go through our network and become a bottleneck. If you have an API key, you can put it in there. This is the actual shared URL of that content. Obviously that's an SHR file, so it's irrelevant if someone can get a copy of that. It's useless without the key. You can bundle additional files. This can be a zip, and then we encrypt it as an SHR as well, so it makes it even more secure. And that file is downloaded and decrypted once the content is activated, either by a card or via manually via the author. Seller price, $5. That's what was recommended before. You can actually use AI to generate all of this for you, and it will come up with a price that he thinks appropriate as well. Let's specify that it's a photo. This is great for analytics, so we can specify that basically for analytics purposes which category it is. We can, with DRM, specify hard date and time, rolling duration. This is 5 days, or a view count. So you want to view it 100 times, and then it times out. Accepted tips are activated there. You can specify a watermark, so we can do no watermark viewer, IP address or custom text. And we can specify an SEO, so we can have a thumbnail, description, fav icon. Once that's done, specify if you want frosted glass. This is just to protect from screenshotting. Once we've done that, we click save, and that generates our URL. This URL is a Shareio URL. This can be shared with social media. It could be shared on Facebook, YouTube description, wherever you want it to be. This also, if you wanted to, could put this into creator platforms such as Patreon passes, which are not really designed for highly secure content. But utilizing Share as a utility, we can safeguard your content within those kind of platforms as well. Once it's done, you'll see that it's now live. If I press on this here, this will come up and decrypt, and this is decrypting straight away into the browser. If I want to change any of those parameters anytime, so let's force frosting on it, I can change the price, $15. If all we have to do is click save, and that content will automatically be updated. I can also deactivate that at any time. So if I go there, it will deactivate. There you go. And I'll enable it again, and it'll activate again. Can you see that? So as you can see, when I refresh this, you can see it's decrypting. That is actually mutation web protecting the content. So it protects the web code from scrapers and IPF theft as well. So yeah, that's a quick intro through links. Next, I'll cover a few more advanced functions like analytics and heat mapping, but I'll do that next. Okay, let's take a look at the links tab again and look at some of these actions. Here's the one I've already created for the skyline photo. We can delete, we can share the content, the Shareio link on the social media platforms in a QR code. We can get analytics, and we can do heat maps, and we can generate keys, and we can see who's actually viewed that content. So let's go through some of these. Looking at the analytics, this is restricted to 5 page in this trial version, but if we go through, you can see what they've viewed, the travel velocity, what time of day, the funnel, a sand key on the user journey, and the geolocation. What is super cool is we can actually do heat mapping as well. You can do this on images, you can do this on PDF, comics, but let's do this on this PDF. This is just a magazine, sample magazine I've got. So let's click on that. There's no basic coordinates at the moment, there's nothing on there. So what we'll do is I'll just click on that, and we'll load up the, this has still got the frosting on it. So this is limited to 5 pages. So let's choose something we can zoom in on. So let's say this geyser here, and let's zoom in. You can just see it through the side. So there we go, we're looking at that geyser there. Okay, I'll just keep it on there. And what we can do is go to the main view, we go to heat mapping, and we'll try and find the page. So go, oh, there you go. And there's the heat map on that particular part of the PDF. So imagine this is a sales document, marketing, investor document. You're actually getting an insight on what people are zooming in and looking at. You can specify the opacity for it and the actual heat of that particular area as well. So as I said, that will work with images as well. Other things you can do is we have this images here. Sorry, move this back. We have this image here. I don't think this isn't, let me have a look. We'll just click on this. I don't think this is registered at the moment. No. Okay. So what we can do is we can generate a key for this. So you can get any number of keys you want. So ideally this would be if I'm sharing this with somebody, I just want to give them a free version, or it's my sales team and I want to give them, you know, there's 100 of them and I can give 100 tickets. But first I'm just going to give them one. So we generate a ticket and we copy this here. So I'm just going to put this into the URL. Okay. And it automatically is being claimed. Can you see that? So it's completely taken the restrictions off. So if I go back to this and refresh the key, you'll see that it's full now. So what I can do, if I wanted to, is I could actually revoke it. So I could revoke the key, delete it, or using this, I can actually see what devices have actually used it, since it's the hardware ID of the device that got registered. So if I wanted to, I can actually just revoke it. Okay. And when I go back to that, it's been revoked. So that's a few more of the advanced features in links that be good to go through. Okay, previously I showed you how to share one individual link, a sample piece of content. And what we can do is have multiple content in a subscription. Very simple to do. This one I've set up, which was my content. I've given it a price. Shows us 16 files. You can do all the things we did before with analytics, etc. So I won't repeat that. So going through this, we have SEO settings you can put in. That's my price. And then I choose which files I want to put in. These are just sample ones, as I said before. That then generates a URL, which I can then share on social media, or even creative platforms like Patreon or Pulses if I want to put that in there. So just looking how that looks, there's all the different content types, literally just sample data. But I can go through this and add some new ones. Put some anything in here. Put, yep, a few of these in. So put the grape and the strawberries. And all I do is save that. And what that will do is automatically updates this subscription page. So imagine if you're doing sort of like, this will work from yoga instruction videos to anything that you want to sell over subscription. And as you can see, that content is now displayed there. So these are just sample ones, but if I click on strawberry, I think that's our 3D splat. There you go. And so once that gets purchased, basically what will happen is that content will now be activated for everything within that subscription. So very simple. The user can just literally buy it now, and we deal with the payments, and that goes through. Okay. One of the new features we have in Shareio is the ability to license anything. So it could be for a game, piece of software you've got, and we have an endpoint set of features that allow us to control that license. So that also could be for content. But in this example, I'm just going to show you a license we already have in place. This one's 29 days left. You could have this just called up and go straight to actually purchasing and activating it. So if I click this here, this will go in and go straight to a payment page. This is Stripe. Let's come out of that and look at the options we've got here. So I could go in, and if you go to this icon here, we have our API set. So I can select a asset here. So I can say this is the one I want to look at, the new license. Okay. And if I go to this, I've already created a license for this. There's a key file ready for it. So I can go and select that, and I've got one seat for it. Okay. So what I can do here is do a number of calls. This is highly documented, so there's no requirement really for a help file in this. But there's a list of server response we can go through. So I can check the license. So I'm going to have a quick look, and it gives you the information on what the license is, how long it's left, etc., etc. But what I can do is do a server-side request for a license from this pool here. So trigger this. It was successful. So if I go to this now, and you see it's now saying it's licensed. So you could actually do this directly from code if you need to do that. Okay. I can then revoke the license as well. So file it off. It's been revoked. Go back to this, and there you can see it says start free trial. So just to show an example once with another type of file, which is our image of New York we did. You can see it's not activated. So let's go and find that. So that is the skyline image, and just need to find out where a key is. So what I did is actually created 1,000 tickets. So if you're doing a game, you probably want 100,000 seats available. But let's just do one of these. Okay. So let's first of all just check the license. Okay. And this is how many we've got left. 4 minutes are left. Okay. So that is the file still, the content. So we can just activate that directly on the server. And I've seen it update. There you go. It's now activated using our web API. And once again, if I want to deactivate it, I can do that as well. So let's revoke it. And there you go. And I know that's updated. So incredibly powerful feature to be able to update different licenses and alter content directly from the web API. So I hope that helps there. For an end user, in this case we'll use the image we've done before, which is the photograph of New York. As you can see, it's frosted, it hasn't been purchased. Very simple. Click buy now, put in an email address, and they can then easily purchase it. Just going through, this is their test platform. So click pay. Okay, just want their test card. And automatically activates the content. As you can see, it's been removed. So, yep, very simple. Okay, from the purchaser's viewpoint, there's a number of options they have got. They can look at their content that they have. They can transfer the license to another device. So if you want to put it onto your iPad or whatever, you can transfer it there. P2P share is really cool. So what I can do is I can actually, if I'm on the same Wi-Fi, I can actually share this content. It retains the license of whatever it's going to, but allows you to copy the content directly without having to create a URL or anything like that. So incredibly powerful and works over P2P network. You can tip a creator at any point. It's like buy me a coffee, send a $5 tip there or $10, whatever you need. Okay, I'm going to show through some of the settings within Shareio. Click on the settings icon and you'll see this is where you can download your key. This is just a test key, so it's not the full 256-bit. My Shareio details for Stripe are here, and we have a developer API that we use if you want to call the endpoints. And obviously if you want to wipe it, you can do that, but there's no personal information on there. One thing you would have noticed actually as we've been running through this, you may see this flickering sometimes. So if you look at it now, we have 52299 impressions. If I just refresh this page, you'll see it now, 52298. What is that? So basically every time Shareio gives a key, it decreases your impressions. So if you're a business and you don't want to sell content, we just charge minimal amounts. For 50,000 views, it's about $5. So you can top that up as much as you want, and you just pay. So you can do auto top up. If you're purchasing content, then what will happen is every time you get a sale, you effectively get 1,000 impressions for free. So if you're selling content and you're actively selling it, then you will probably never have to top up these impressions ever. If you're a business and you just want to distribute content, then there's a minimal cost of distributing that piece of content. And you can just top that up very easily. You can see your counts here. So super easy to see and update at any time. For the final part, I'm going to show you how you can share files with an enterprise cloud storage provider. And for this example, we're going to use Wasabi. I've already encrypted this file. It's a splat file of a Raspberry. It's on Wasabi, and I can just go straight to the console, which I've got set up. I went into the buckets and I've uploaded the SHR file. Okay. So what I need to do is share with the pre-signed URL. So I set it to whatever I want to set it. Okay, so I've got the URL now. And just want to check the cores as well. So the way to do that is if you go to the buckets, and this is my one I've got set up. What I can do is go to permissions. And if you look here, just on the edge here, there is core settings. So you'd copy your core settings that we provide in Shareio to that. Okay. And once that's done, that's what you need to do. Okay. So I've got the URL, so I'm just going to copy that in, and let's we can make it $5. 3D model. Okay, so we could put some timescales on it. So I could say view lane count. So let's say we're going to let it view 100 times, and just generate the link. Okay, so this has been generated. So we'll just go up here, and this is on going from Wasabi. If I click on this, it decrypts. It's just streaming directly now from Wasabi's bucket, and you can see it says Wasabi there. It's at $5, and that is how simple it is to host on any cloud provider. Now, there's probably numerous others that can be supported. We've just tested with this array at the moment, and we know they work, but there's probably lots of others. So if you're a cloud provider and wishes to add it, then please get in touch. But yeah, thank you.